What's up, Lashinistas? Welcome to the show. This is the LivBay podcast where we talk about the ever-growing eyelash business. If this is your first time listening to the show, welcome. This podcast is dedicated to helping you grow as a lash artist and or lash business owners. Whether you work for yourself or someone else, this podcast is for you.
Hey guys. Sorry. This is Mike and Shauna Jones. We are the owners of LivBay Lash. Our heart is to share with you our uphill battle in this lash industry and to show you what started out of a tiny bedroom in our house, extremely broke. Sorry, I had to swallow. Has turned into an 8-figure company. We are here to encourage you during your lash journey and to give you guys a real raw version of what things really like.
Yeah.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to lash, faster?
Tips for lashing faster without sacrificing the quality of your work. Boy, was that a mouthful. Say that one fast. We've got a lot to talk about on this one.
Oh my God.
But before we jump into that, got some classes coming up.
Okay.
So right now we are in, I don't know where we are.
We batch film this shit.
Yeah. We got South Lake Tahoe coming up. This is going to be September 14th, as well as Salt Lake City, Utah. I don't know if there's another week. Salt Lake City, Idaho. I don't know.
I'm sure there'll be a Karen that will correct you.
Yeah. I had somebody one time was like, Portland, Oregon or Portland, Maine? I'm like, I don't know if anybody's ever asked us to come to Portland, Maine, but definitely Portland, Oregon.
I'd like to go to Maine.
It's like saying, is Las Vegas, New Mexico or Las Vegas, Nevada? Unfortunately, it's the Nevada one. I don't know why anybody want to come here. Anyway, South Lake Tahoe and Salt Lake are both the same week, September 14th. We're going to be in Scottsdale, September 21st. That one's actually sold out.
Yeah, so we shouldn't announce that.
Well, the makeup date, we're doing another one. This one's going to be October 12th. We'll be right back in Scottsdale. So we're taking the overflow there to that one. Dallas, October 5th. Atlanta, October 19th. And Austin, Texas, October 26th. We got some online VR classes coming up September 8th and September 22nd. Last but not least, we have our online program.
Yes, we have our monthly membership, so it's $99 a month. You can cancel at any time. Basically, what it consists of is it's a little more like personal. If you're looking to grow your business, or maybe you're a newer lash artist and you just really need like a mentor, Mike and I are available at most of the time. If not, you do have a customer service line that's designed especially for you to get your questions answered within minutes, really.
As long as it's about lashing.
Yeah.
We can call with any question, really, but
yeah,
we can talk about life.
Mike, call Mike, text me for sure. He'll talk to you all day. But anyways, you get 20% off products. So if you already love our products, that's a great discount for you guys. You also get 2 full tutorials per month, which is great because I know everybody on YouTube's like, can you just do like a full tutorial? So different things like wispy eyes, strip lash looks. So 2 full tutorials for you guys, 1 free product a month, and then 2 lives. Mike and I go live twice a month as well. So we do like Zoom style, you guys can pick our brain with things. So it's really cool.
Yeah, you can sign up for it at LivBayClasses.com. All right, and then also check out the other classes. That's just LivBayClasses.com.
Yeah. And
we're real original.
And also with like the VR classes, I know there's a lot of people hesitant right now just because of COVID going on still, even though CDC, I feel like it's full of shit. But if you are just more comfortable doing online classes, we are the only lash company that's doing the virtual reality glasses. So it's literally like you are here, with us, with the trainers. Also, it's not like a one and done class. You guys have, after support with us, just like taking any of our classes. It's VR plus it's Zoom style, so we actually can see like what you're doing. We look at your work. We're with you the entire time. So that's another awesome option as well if you're, you don't want to travel or we're not coming to a city near you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Jumping into the episode. So I see this a lot. People always ask, hey, my fills are taking 2.5 hours.
Or my full set's taking 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, full set's taking 4 or 5 hours. I don't feel comfortable. I feel like people aren't coming to me because it takes too long. First off, there's 2 schools of thought here. Number 1, there's really no such thing unless your full sets are taking 4.5 or 5 hours as taking too long. I think that so many people want to cut corners and just lash really fast. They don't have clean isolation. They start stacking the lashes on top of each other. Stuff's clumped together. Stickies. It's just not like clean work. You can't really run a mascara wand through it afterwards. There's a fine line between turning and burning and actually doing really good clean work. And so there is a way to shrink that time down. There are shortcuts you can do, but I don't want you to look at it as, I understand the more fills you do a day, the more money you make, but you can't sacrifice quality, because the second you start sacrificing quality is when your clients start leaving and going elsewhere.
Yeah. I think that the main thing it kind of starts with is just know if you're a newer lash artist, please never ask that question. Like, just don't, because I think as a new lash artist, like all of us, like it's just practice. Like that's normal. Like I see it on my Facebook group all the time. People are like, this set took me 6 hours. I want to rip my hair out. Well, welcome to the club. Like this is like something brand new that you just started doing. Do you think that it's going to take you 2 hours? Like, are you dozing off?
No, I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay. You look like you're deep in thought.
Yeah, I was completely asleep and you woke me up. Thank God. Thank God you resuscitated me. Clear. What happened? We're filming? How did we
Where
get in here?
Where did you go? Look at this.
How did we get in here?
I just told him, you need to write a kid's book. Like, how did that just go from that to...
I have a vivid imagination, my mother told me.
She was pretty spot on. She was not lying on that one. Anyways, I don't even know what that was.
Talking about cutting corners.
Oh, yeah. So just know if you're a newer lash artist, that's normal.
If I was sleeping, how would I know that?
I don't know. You sleep and listen really well.
Here's a practice.
Here we go again. We need to have a separate YouTube channel just for this BS, okay?
Okay, sorry.
All right, anyways. Where was I?
Talking about cutting corners.
Cutting corners, yeah. So even if you've been lashing 4 months, sometimes your turn times will not change. You are just like getting used to your tools. You're going to have different lash lines. Like, you know, I'll never forget that when I first started lashing, I sucked for like 2 years. I sucked. But I remember like this one time, it was within that year where I was still horrible. I did a full set. It didn't take me 2 days, right? So I was like, oh yes, it didn't take me like a full day to like do this set. And it was just because it was an easy lash line. Like the lashes were pretty much already isolated. She didn't have that many lashes. So for me, I was like, oh, sweet, I'm getting better. And then, fast check, you do your next client who has 1 million lashes and you're like, shit, that one took me 6 hours. So it just comes with practice. So first of all, if you are getting frustrated because you just are like practicing or working for yourself, that's normal. Like we all go through it. If I've heard this with different like salons and stuff, they're like, hey, they're making me do like a full set in 2 hours. And like, I can't do that. And I've said this a million times, but like you need to like quit that place, because that's the worst thing you can possibly do is have that kind of pressure.
Yeah. It's not a breakfast. Like a breakfast restaurant where they're trying to turn and burn tables.
Yeah.
Short stacks. So we go. Hash browns, eggs. Okay, go.
Are you done with this?
Go. You done? Let me take those plates for you. Oh, egg on your face.
Yeah. No. So that's like the worst. And I've never done that with like, I think that's why people like LivBay too, is because we're just like, hey, what are your turn times? Cool. Like I'm not going to pressure anybody because that is going to sacrifice their work. So yeah, that was my first point. That was a long one.
It was a good point though. There were a lot of things I really feel we learned in that one.
Shut up. Second one is find your tools and make sure that you have the proper tools in each appointment, because if you don't know how to work your glue, right, or if you're just kind of like experimenting with tweezers and maybe that you're like you need to like practice with your tools before you start taking on like real paying people. Because if you're like, I mean, I know when you first start lashing anyways, you're gonna have butter hands, you're not gonna be comfortable, and you're like whatever. It's so frustrating. So if the worst thing you can do is just have tools that you're just like, whatever, this will work. And then your glue gets clogged and your tweezers drop and you don't have a backup and you don't have the right curl for that client. You want to make sure you have a variety of tools just in case you do have that client that comes and has like super straight lashes and you're like, oh my God, I only have decurl lashes. Like the worst thing I see as a supplier is like someone's like, my glue, even though we shipped it the same day, people don't realize we're in a pandemic. So the mail's delayed right now, unfortunately. So they're like, oh my God, I ran out of my glue and I need this glue and you need to refund me. On top of that, you need to refund me for all my clients I had to turn away because I only had one bottle of glue. As a lash artist, it's your job to have multiple tools. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think a mechanic has one monkey wrench? Get out of here. Like, this is like literally like, this is you as a professional and you need to have like your tools. So you need to have a variety because if
you don't use Afterpay and invest in a variety.
Yeah. And even like, I hate to say this, but like I did it when I was like, even if you can't afford, like if you can't afford LivBay or EBL or all these other places, that's fine. Like try your best to like Get hand-me-down tweezers, purchase tweezers from other lash artists, or like if you have to go on Amazon because that's like all you can do, then do that. But just realize sometimes the quality of the products you buy are going to make you less of a lash artist than you can potentially be. Potentially be. I feel like I'm not saying that right, but yeah.
You said it great.
Okay.
You could tell there's some like pent up resentment towards some clients out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just part of it. I mean, I understand. Like, it's just part of like.
I lost
being
clients. It's your fault.
I know.
Listen,
and what's
if you need us to be your fall boy or your whipping boy, we'll be that.
Yeah, I won't. But you know what's funny is during COVID, I was dealing with customer service, and I left the email on my phone, which literally gives me diarrhea 24/7. So I see the emails come through, and I'm just like, and it's fine. Like, if you have a complaint, I get it. Like, this is part of like the business. But be nice. Some people aren't even like hi. Some people are like, listen, and I better get an answer now, or I'm going back to. And it's like, girl, just chill out.
Is Lashbox answering their phone at midnight?
Yeah, I mean, our turnaround for everything is just so fast. So we're like here to help, and people just like fight that, and I just can't stand that. I just want to, don't get me started. Anyways, I was going to say something else, and now I totally forgot because I pissed myself off. Tools.
Oh my gosh.
It was tools.
Do you do that a lot?
Oh, also.
Do you piss yourself off a lot?
Yeah. I get myself riled up. I think it's because I have no one to fight with because my husband's so damn nice all the time. I'm like, can you be a dick just so we can fight? And like,
we'll go out the front yard with all those rich neighbors.
Yeah, show them the real hillbilly.
Beat each other up. Boom, grab her by the hair. Yeehaw, she can take a punch, can't she? Hey kids, fetch daddy another beer.
Baylor comes out, barely walking.
I got my Camaro in the front yard on cinder blocks with a satellite dish attached to it.
You can tell where we grew up, right? You're crying. Anyways, also, if for some reason
satellite dish is on the fritz again.
Stop. Oh my God. Also, if you can use different tools like easy fans. Pre-made fans.
Easy fans and pre-mades are like a cheat code, and I know this has been.
It's not like a cheat code, but it's kind of like.
There's a stigma about you don't make your own fan. Like, listen, maybe
Karen.
listen, Karen. Well, listen, I know a lot of people when we first teach them how to either fan from the strip or teach them how to pinch, they don't get comfortable with it. Like, it takes them a minute. And I understand that everybody's got different learning curves. Some people like classic over volume. Some people like to jump straight to volume, hate classic. Whatever the case may be, if you've never tried the easy fans or you've never tried the actual pre-mades, they really are a game changer, and you can still give a really nice full look and really cut your turn times down a lot.
Yeah. I was going to say back to like the tool part, make sure you literally have every tool possible to assist you with every single type of appointment. You know what I mean? Every type of client, make sure you have like clear glue or sensitive glue if you have somebody that comes in, because you never know, like, there's not really, unless you're sending out questionnaires before people come to see you, like, you really never know like what kind of client you have until they sit in your chair, and you don't want to be unprepared for that. So just make sure, like what I said with the tools is like you're only good as your tools. So if you have a wide variety, you should never have issues. And especially with your tweezers, make sure you have backup tweezers in case you drop them. Yeah,
we have like a tweezer graveyard out there.
Yeah.
Where it's just like people have dropped. One of these days we're going to take them to the recycling plant.
Yeah, we
get some money back on that. But yeah. And like when you drop your tweezers, like when it's
a lucky drop and it's not.
Yeah. If you got hardwood floors, tile floors, whatever, you can look at the clasp, it's all curled in. Last thing. So what tips would you give for the newer lash artists out there that's really just not quite comfortable yet, and they're still like having a hard time getting clients done like in a timely fashion?
I would just say transparency, really. Like, maybe don't even like start charging yet. Like, there's so many people that take a lash class and they want to charge right away. Everyone has to kind of like get rid of their sea legs. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, like I did free lashes for a year. I was really shitty. I had no mentors. That was like back in 2011. Now there's so much help. I would say like get a good support system, join the Facebook groups. We have an awesome one that's a lash tea. There's other great groups out there. and just really like learn the craft and don't feel pressured. Like, don't feel pressured. Like, even if you're broke, trust me, I totally get it. Like, we were super broke for years and you're like, no, I need to make money. Like, the last thing you want to do is pressure yourself into taking on clients and pay for them. And all you're going to do is just jack their lashes up and you're not going to have return clients. So do practice models for free, do friends and family for free. And then, you know, when you think that you can do a full set that's nice and clean, even if it takes 4 or 5 hours, then you can bring on clients, but just let them know like, hey, these are my turn times. And if you're cool with laying down here for 4 or 5 hours, then it's going to be this much money.
Yeah. We had a lash artist, Danny. She was brand new. We had a who's the man contest, who's the woman contest, whatever you want to call it, non-gender binary, whatever. Anyways, we had this contest and it was our male lash artist, female lash artist, everybody competed who could do the most in sales that week. And I'll never forget, Danny ended up winning it. She did what? Like $5,000 in sales or something crazy.
Yeah, and she was like the slowest one.
Yeah, $5 or $6 grand.
She just like extended her hours and worked.
Her full sets were 3.5 to 4 hours. Her fills were like over 2 hours.
Yeah, it was
so
crazy.
she had to work double hard to beat all the girls that were whipping out full volume sets in 2 hours and fills in under an hour. And she did, because she had that like oomph, that tenacity to go after it and still try and beat them. And she did. I mean, she made like $3,000 some odd dollars that week.
And she became such a bomb lash artist. So it can be done. Just don't put the pressure on yourself.
It took her a long time. It literally took like 9 months in her career. She was still really slow, but it was fine. Her work was perfect, clean, flawless.
Yeah. And then when we taught her everything, she bounced and opened up her own place and stole our clients.
Wow. We're getting ourselves riled up again. Up again.
I was just like
saying
saying what it's like.
All right.
That's all I remember about her, unfortunately.
That's a whole nother episode.
All right. Well, we thank you guys for watching.
We thank you for tuning in.
Join the Lash Tea on Facebook.
Tune in next week. We're on the news, y'all.
Shut up.
Yeah, join the Lash Tea. As always, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the podcast. Obviously, refer a friend, someone that can benefit from this information. We do this thing for free for you guys. Hopefully, you guys get lots of great tips, maybe even some laughs.
Yeah, you're funny.
You're funny.
All right.
Until then, we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.